Welcome back. We continue on this anniversary week for Positively Tampa Bay, the 9-year anniversary of our first ever launch of taking action against domestic violence. Joining us in the studio this week, we've invited back the director of CASA in St. Petersburg. CASA was one of the first DV centers to work with us 9 years ago. And also here is Galen Thurman, who is the chairwoman of the board of directors.
If we look at domestic violence and long-term effects that it has on children, we really know that this is such an important part of our work. So we actually go into schools and teach healthy relationship curriculum so they can recognize the signs of what is a healthy relationship and what are some warning signs as we move forward.
Right.
We also have support groups and safety planning advocates, all sorts of programs to help people through what is really the most difficult time of their lives.
We talked about it a million times. You have such big shoes to fill with Linda Ostmans, who's legendary, and yet you're doing it. Galen, you know, we talk about Linda being really the person who said you really should build this domestic violence awareness campaign around just one number. Can you share just what a personality she was?
Linda was an advocate for everyone. And she just did such wonderful work. And sometimes people will have asked me, what was her greatest contribution? And I would say really, for me, everyone has a different story and has a different conclusion.
Yeah.
But I really believe that her work with the media, her work with journalism, her work with legislation really took the conversation out of the bedroom and put it at the dining room table. She really brought it out into the public to have that conversation, to no longer make it taboo, to really have much more of a dialogue, and really to work on the education for folks to realize that what they may be experiencing fits the wheel, the power and control wheel, where many couldn't necessarily identify themselves originally in that scope of being a survivor or a victim.
I think that our viewers are so used to seeing our advocates from the local DV centers come and do the interviews that they don't realize just how hard it was. For us, that very first year, the advocates were very nervous about working with us, and CASA and the Spring of Tampa Bay were among the very first. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a big year for us as we get ready for our 10th annual Domestic Violence Awareness Campaign. We're also celebrating our 10th year of Positively Tampa Bay. To learn more about both campaigns, please visit us online.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Lakeland Toyota. Save more on I-4.